Some of our traditional leftover recipes have become so popular, they've evolved into dishes in their own right. So it's hardly surprising that our growing band of British small-scale home producers have taken it upon themselves to transform these delicious dishes into something really special. Hampshire-based husband and wife team Rupert Smith and Marita Leitz have taken the classic British dish of bubble and squeak and turned it into a luxury leftover.
I've been a chef now for 20 years, and various places in pubs and cafes, you'll see the bubble and squeak with a poached egg and hollandaise sauce and bacon. It's always popular wherever it's sold. So I thought, let's put some different flavours in and make a whole concept and see if people still go for it.
We've both given up our jobs and started up this really exciting venture, which is going really well.
Rupert and Marita hope that the classic combination of refried cabbage and mashed potato will be a winner.
I look at it as the English version of pasta. That's why I look at bubble and squeak. You can put absolutely anything with it.
Although the essential ingredients of bubble and squeak are still basically comprised of what you might have left over from a Sunday lunch, for Rupert's luxury version, fresh ingredients are essential.
Our bubble and squeak is definitely not made out of leftovers. I source the finest ingredients. I'm really careful about what I put in the bubble and squeak. I really want to make the best bubble and squeak I can, and it's definitely luxurious and absolute quality. So we've got the cabbages, the leeks and potatoes, and the leeks get sautéed and they give a nice acidity and a different texture as well. I use two types of cabbage. I use Savoy cabbage, primo cabbage sometimes, spring greens. There's lots of different types throughout the season that come through.
And although Rupert makes his bubble and squeak out of fresh ingredients, he's cleverly incorporated a few touches to keep this leftover recipe close to its Sunday roast roots.
So I use roast potatoes and mashed potatoes. The roast potatoes I put in because they caramelise in the oven a bit and just gets all crispy on the outside, fluffy in the middle. And you mix that with the mashed potato and my bubble and squeak, and I just think, yeah, it makes a delicious combination.
But it's not just texture. Rupert's also got a few more chefy techniques that elevate this dish from simple leftover to luxury leftover.
OK, so that comes the cabbage now. It's cooked, slightly al dente, which is a little crunchy. And that goes into iced water. Stops it cooking instantly, and it keeps it nice and bright green. So I don't put any butter or milk in the mashed potato. I don't think it needs it. I wanted to keep the whole concept gluten and dairy free for the basic bubble and squeak. So the mash goes in. So in go the leeks, in go the cabbage, and then we add roast potato, and this is what gives it the texture, and then we give it a good mix.
And that's the beauty of leftover dishes like this. Once the mixture is combined, pressed into a potato cake and fried, it's pretty much ready to go.
And that is my bubble and squeak.
Bubble and squeak is tasty enough on its own, but Rupert's luxury version shows how versatile this traditional British dish can be.
So we've taken bubble and squeak and just added a little bit of
potato and...
Our base recipe is potato, cabbage and leek, and then we have fun with it.
I like to think I've redefined bubble and squeak. I put a sort of a little twist on it, putting different flavours through it and different toppings. It could be some lovely smoked ham hock with some golden beetroot and ginger jam. I have done wild garlic and goat's cheese. I've done pea and mint. So the flavours are unlimited.
So has introducing modern flavours to a leftover staple proved to be as popular as the original?
Bon appetit.
It's a new take on an old classic. It's nice. I like it. It's different.
Yeah, it's a good bit of fast food.
Really good.